Oh, yeah, let's listen to this. How about that? Let's listen to a little bit of this, huh? Now listen to Admiral Byrd when he talks about if there's any hidden land left in the world.
Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Well, Admiral, do you hope to see that?
Now, did y'all hear him say that?
Well, Admiral, would you
He said that there is a habitable land out there in Antarctica that's as big as the United States, okay? That's out there. And how come we haven't been privy to this? How come you can't see this? How come, for whatever reason, Google Earth ain't showing this shit?
Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
Well, Admiral, would you say that since you've been to both the extremities of Earth, are these expeditions to such far-off places, are they getting easier because of modern techniques, or is danger still close at hand?
Well, it's a little risky, but nothing like it used to be with the old slow planes and the small cruising radius where we had to put down bases. We replaced the dog teams, and of course that was a big improvement. But now the planes go much faster and they are safer, and they have a much bigger cruising radius. You haven't got the danger of a terribly heavy load.
Admiral, an expedition to which I believe you're the advisor is now en route. What is that expedition doing?
Well, that's the icebreaker Atka, and it's a reconnaissance expedition. It's going down to the South Pole area to make certain observations and to look for some bases. They will be back in April, and they will report back, and upon the information we get from that undertaking, we will base the bigger expedition that's to follow.
What happened to these expeditions? What happened to these expeditions? I'm telling you, they're hiding land from us, and I think that people need to start asking those questions. They're not telling us what's going on in Antarctica, and I think everybody should be a little concerned about that. Here we are in the main world. We're on the potential war with China. We're on, wars everywhere. Countries can't get along, but they can all get along when it comes to Antarctica. Yeah, does anybody find that interesting?
Is that very definitely planned, or is that...
that is being planned right now. So I'm willing to say to you that there will be a number of expeditions that will follow, I think, year after year, at the bottom of the world, because the government has really become interested.
Well, Admiral Byrd, I can understand, I think everybody can, the interest in the North Pole because it's so near our greatest challenger, Soviet Russia. But why this interest in the bottom of the world? Nobody living down there, is there?
No, it's pretty cold. There's only one permanent resident, that's the emperor penguin. The little ones live further north. I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place left in the world for science. That's why the scientific groups all over the nation are really interested. But more important than that, it has to do with the future of the nation, those to come after us, or even during your lifetime. Because it happens to be an untouched reservoir of natural resources. And, as the world shrinks with an ever-increasing acceleration, far-flung places, once useless, like we thought the North Pole was, and no man's land, become very useful. The bottom of the world will be important, not only to us, but to our allies.
I was going to ask you, does it have military importance?
It has some, and as the world shrinks, it will continue to shrink with an ever-increasing acceleration, thus bringing these places closer.
Now, wait a minute. Byrd is suggesting here that the world is shrinking. which is news to me. But let's hear that one more again, all right?
It's like we thought the North Pole was, and no man's land.
Listen right here. He says the world is shrinking.
The bottom of the world will be important, not only to us, but to our allies.
I was going to ask you, does it have military importance?
It has some, and as the world shrinks, it will continue to shrink with an ever-increasing acceleration, thus bringing these places closer. And in the future, I can see a time when it will be very, very important strategically.
Well, has the development of air power increased the strategic importance of places like the
very much
Parma
so.
Peninsula, was it?
Very much so. Even now, if anything happened and we lost the Panama Canal, we would have to control the islands just north of Antarctica, which are part of Antarctica, then between there and Cape Horn.
All right. Anyway, in the interview, Byrd continues to go on and suggests that there is coal and all kinds of natural resources down in Antarctica that could electrify the world for centuries. If you want to check out the whole entire interview with Admiral Byrd, Medal of Honor winner, the first person to ever go to not only the North Pole, but also the South Pole.